Happy Sunday, full moon in Leo. I'm coming to you today on February 5th. The moon is full, and that's why I wanted to talk to you. How are you feeling? I've made the discovery that I'm very affected by full moons, and not really in a good way. Now, you may think that this is a bunch of bunk, but I have spoken to many emergency room professionals who say that the full moon and the nights around the full moon are just madness at emergency rooms. So I'm going to go ahead and believe myself, as I usually do, when I say that for me, the full moon is incredibly dysregulating. Now, if you are familiar with the idea of being regulated or dysregulated in a nervous system sense, relating to polyvagal theory, you know what I'm talking about. If you're a person who experiences these tremendous emotional shifts in response to things that happen in your world, if you're easily dysregulated, if you're a very sensitive person like I am, then maybe, just maybe, full moons are rough on you too. Have you ever thought about that? I really hadn't thought about it much until I started really tracking my moods with the moon, which seems so obvious because I always know what phase the moon is in. I always know how I'm feeling. I just never put it together. Humans can be really daft sometimes, myself very much included. So what I have discovered is that I get really dysregulated around the full moon. And to kind of give you an example of what I was talking about, I wake up, I set my alarm, but I wake up just like clockwork, happy, ready to go every morning, which is in itself an amazing feat because I used to wake up crying every morning and just desperately sad. But putting that aside, I couldn't wake up this morning. It was one of those feelings where it's like you want to wake up and you can't get your body up, Like I was in this weird sleep. I don't know, maybe that's what they call sleep paralysis. I'm not really sure, but I couldn't get myself up. And that was distressing. And the dreams I was having were dysregulated dreams. I was dreaming about losing things and being lost and having to find my way out of impossible mazes where I knew I wasn't safe. So, and here's the thing, I have hyperhidrosis. It's a very terrible disorder, if you know anything about it. And I've had it, I was born with it. And what it means is that I get really sweaty, like my hands drip sweat, my feet drip sweat. It's awful. And I have come to a point in my personal recovery where I am pretty much able to keep myself from sweating if I stay regulated, which for me means staying calm. For me, it means not driving. There's a lot that goes into being a dysregulated, autistic, hyperhidrosis person. It ain't all it's cracked up to be, and I don't think it's cracked up to be much. But, so, all this to say that I've got myself to a point where usually, I can stop myself from sweating by staying incredibly regulated, which is a big job. However, this morning I woke up in a full sweat. I was dysregulated in my sleep, and I'm having a hard time getting regulated today. This is Bobby Brown, Jones Road, Miracle Balm, and I really love it. Just as an FYI, it smells kind of like cloves. It looks funky at first, but it's a really nice product. Anyway, going back to what I was saying. I'd been having the bad dreams this morning, having a hard time waking up. And then I'm just dysregulated today. I got the shakes so bad that I had to take a shower to just relax my body. And I guess all of this is to say that you can trust me. I'm your Auntie Witchy. I'm your witchy auntie, I meant to say. I'm your witchy auntie. You can trust me. Everybody's different, I'm not saying that everyone gets dysregulated at the full moon. Not at all. But I am encouraging you to know yourself really, really well and know the things that dysregulate you. I know that driving dysregulates me. I know that being in crowds dysregulates me. There are a lot of things that dysregulate me, which means I start sweating, I start shaking, I start being mean to myself and to other people, and I don't like myself, and it's a spiral, and it's gross, and so I try to stay regulated. But I know that as hard as I try, there will be times when I won't be able to keep myself regulated. And I forgive myself for that. And that's what I want you to do too. If there are things that upset you, things that make you be not the person you want to be, I encourage you to figure out what those things are. And if you can eliminate them from your life, do that. If you can't, try really hard to figure out what makes you able to deal with it. And don't beat up on yourself. Don't say, oh, I'm such an idiot. I get so dysregulated at the full moon. Whatever. You are who you are. And you're okay that way. Your trick, my trick, is to figure out how to deal with the things that upset us in our environment. And not to get angry at ourselves about it, okay? It's a little puzzle you've been given. Figure out what makes you happy, what makes you calm, what makes you peaceful. And fill your life with that. And get rid of that Heather John. And just know, I can't get rid of the full moon. I don't want to get rid of the full moon, but I know the effect she's liable to have on me. So I try to stay regulated. I love you. I really do. I don't know you, but I love you. Because I love this whole collective. And we're trying to get better. And I'm here with you. Okay. So take care of yourself. Track the moon phase. Check in with yourself. And love up on yourself. Okay. Have a good day, baby. I'll see you soon.